Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final game of the day here on day number 3 of the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Tournament. It's semi-final Saturday. We've already had one semi-final as the Gulls beat the Jacks in a thriller, 8-6. The Gulls advancing to the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock, while the South Shore Lumberjacks advance to the bronze medal game, which will be taking place tomorrow at 10 a.m. Good news for each of these teams is they are now just one win away from getting to the Atlantics, which are being held in St. Margaret's Bay, hosted by the Gulls on April 4th through 7th. Because the Gulls are in the championship game, the winner of this game will either win the championship game tomorrow and advance to Atlantics as the champion, or will advance to the Atlantics as the Nova Scotia runner-up if the Gulls win the championship. So either way, this game, its winner will be at the Atlantics in St. Margaret's Bay, April 4th through 7th. So not only is there a chance at a provincial championship on the line, but there is also a big chance, well, not just a chance, but there is a berth in Atlantics on the line here tonight. In this game, we've got the home team, ACCEL Physio. They finished the round robin with a record of 3-1. Starting off with a victory over these John Old Jim Cougars out of Cape Breton, 5-2, way back on Thursday. So these teams have seen each other here this weekend. ACCEL winning that first game by a score of 5-2 over the Cougars. They came right back the very next day, first thing in the morning yesterday, with a victory over the Rangers by a score of 3-2. Later in the day, they suffered their only loss of the tournament, a 3-1 decision to the host Warewell Major Bantam Bombers. And then earlier today, the game which earned them the second seed and home ice advantage in this game, a 4-2 victory over the South Shore Lumberjacks. For John Old Jim, they come into this game with a record of 2-2. As mentioned, they started off on Thursday with that game against the ACCEL Physio, losing by a score of 5-2. They bounced back with a victory in their first game yesterday, taking that one by a score of 5-1 over South Shore. Later in the day yesterday, they took on the Pro Hockey Life Harbor Storm, winning that one by a score of 5-2, and rounded it out this morning with a loss to the Gulls by a score of 7-4. By virtue of that loss, they ended up with the number 3 seed with the 2-2 record, tied with South Shore Lumberjacks with a record of 2-2, but by virtue of a better goal differential ratio, they got the 3rd seed. South Shore finished in the 4th seed. The host Bombers also finished on 4 points, but finished outside of the semifinal picture by virtue of the fact that their 4 points came from a win and 2 ties, not from 2 wins. As mentioned, we've played the first semifinal. That was a little earlier here this afternoon as the Gulls beat the Jacks 8-6. So it's the last game of the day here at the Pictou County Wellness Center for the 2019 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincials. In case I didn't say this, my name is Michael Petter. Thank you so much for tuning in here on 360 Live. We really do appreciate having you here, as we've appreciated having you here all weekend long with us through all of these fantastic games that we've had. Taking a look at the keys to tonight's game, the first key has to be the fact that these teams did play each other earlier in this tournament, a game that was won by ACCEL Physio. You've got to figure that that will give them a little bit of a confidence boost, knowing that it's a team that they didn't only beat, but they beat just 2 days ago. These teams have seen each other a lot through the regular season. I'm sure they've run into each other at tournament time. They've had all sorts of meetings in different places. But the fact that the most recent meeting, the one on this sheet of ice, just 2 days ago, was a 5-2 victory for the ACCEL Physio. And the fact that it was really 5-1 until Cape Breton scored a goal that didn't change the outcome with 44 seconds left, change it from a 5-1 scoreline to a 5-2 scoreline. However, that goal did have a big impact on Cape Breton because it was that goal that helped them end up with the number 3 seed, and in this game, as opposed to being the number 4 seed and ending up playing the Gulls in that semifinal that we had just a couple hours ago. So for Cape Breton, that goal that they scored in the final minute of that game didn't change the outcome of that game, but it did have an impact on their weekend. So that's the first key, the fact that these teams have played and played very, very recently. Second key to this game is going to have to again be the goaltending. It's been a big story in this tournament. It's been a big story for both of these teams. Both of these teams have had goaltenders who have put up very good performances. Keegan Greencorn, 2 wins, a 2.0 goals against average, a .902 save percentage. Sebastian Lever, 1-1 with a 2.5 goals against average and a .915 save percentage. Whichever member of the goaltending tandem for ACCEL Physio ends up taking the pipes in this game, you know that they're going to be in good hands. For the John Old James Cougars, Lucas Frazier, 1-1 with a 3.0 goals against average, a .900 save percentage. Darian McInnes, 1-1 with a 4.5 goals against average, an .888 save percentage. Again, either way, you know that the net is going to be in good hands, whichever one of them leads their respective team out onto the ice here tonight. The question becomes, which goaltender has a better evening here this evening to help get their team into that gold medal game and into the Atlantic Championships on April 4th to 7th, hosted by the Gulls, who've already earned their spot. So tomorrow's gold medal game will not be for a spot in Atlantics. It will just be for the provincial title. The third key to this game continues to be one of the keys of this tournament: special teams. For ACCEL, their power play, 6 for 12. 50% efficiency on the power play. That is a spectacular number. Their penalty kill is 8 of 11. Very good numbers there as well. That's a 72.7% efficiency. At the other end of the ice for the Cougars, their power play right now is sitting at 3 for 11, which is 27.3%. Their penalty kill, they have successfully killed off 9 of 14. A very good penalty kill percentage there as well. That 9 out of 14 rate works out to a percentage of 64.3. Doesn't sound good, but when you consider 5 power play goals against in just 4 games, that really isn't all that bad. But we've seen so many times throughout the course of this weekend that power plays play a big part in outcomes of games. We saw it in this first semifinal where South Shore ended up going 3 for 5 on the power play, and that was nearly enough to help them get the upset over those top-seeded Gulls. Didn't quite end up working out that way, but it was close, and it certainly had an impact. We should point out, just like in the first meeting between these teams, ACCEL Physio is the home team by virtue of the better record through the round robin, which means ACCEL Physio will be in their black jerseys with the cream and red trim, somewhat reminiscent of the Red Deer Chiefs of the Alberta Midget League, if you've seen them at the TELUS Cup. And now, O Canada. As you can see, ACCEL in the end off to our right. They'll skate from right to left for the first and third periods. Cougars in their visiting team whites with the red sleeves, the blue and red numbers. They'll skate from left to right. The starting goaltenders, we can tell you now, are Sebastian Lever. That 1-1 record, 2.5 goals against average, .915 save percentage. And Lucas Fraser, 1-1, 3.0, and 900 on the save percentage. Similar numbers for these two goaltenders. Plandowski, Henneberry, McNeil, O'Connor, and Asbridge. McIntyre, Clark, Allen, with Soller and White to get this game underway, and it is underway. Puck is in the ACCEL zone, sent down below the goal line by Allen, picked up there by Asbridge. Asbridge gets it up to Plandowski. Gets to the line, Soller keeps it in. Now to the near side wall. Out in front for Allen, and he just misses the net with that shot. Allen in the slot, perfect position to get a shot away, but he shoots it wide. Then Allen gets a deflection on a shot from the point, but it doesn't get through. And ACCEL Physio coming the other way. Henneberry trying to get a shot away. He eventually does, but it ends up going wide. And McIntyre will send it up the other way. Drew McIntyre gets his, can't get through rather. Now Ellis will dump it in. It comes around the boards to the near side. Getting onto it there was Abbas. He plays it back, but the first one to it is Rutherham. He gets it across. Allen sends it down the ice. Rutherham hustling to get in after it, chops it at the net, and it's steered away by Lever. Hustling down the wing there. There's a shot from Tarnagorski, and it goes up and over the glass and out of play. We've played 1 minute and 21 seconds. Don't forget you can join the conversation on this game by going to Twitter and sending a tweet to @PetterPC_sports. We get a stoppage or before the puck is even dropped, as there's a conversation between the referee and goaltender Lucas Fraser. Seems to be having a little bit of an issue with his equipment. Now we're going to see a trading of masks, perhaps, as there's a problem with the mask of Lucas Fraser. So we'll get a meeting over here at the bench to talk things over. Head coach James Sanford being brought up to speed on what the issue is. as they talk things over. Now we're going to see some equipment repair work getting done, and obviously this is not a delay tactic to give your guys some extra breathing time when you're only a minute 22 into the game. If it were a delay tactic, you're wasting its efficiency at a really bad time. Now we're ready to go as Fraser makes his way back towards his net. And we'll get the drop of the puck, and we are back underway. There's a shot right off the draw. Quick shot there by Lorette. And making the save with the glove is the newly remasked Lucas Fraser. Coaching staff not happy with the way Rutherham lost that draw so cleanly, so Clark comes out to take the draw and he wins it. O'Neill, and now Clark comes off the ice. Rutherham back on after Clark won that draw for them. Now back out to center, and coming up with it there is Mercer. Mercer down into the corner, back to the line. Shot gets deflected by Lorette, and Fraser somehow just kicks out a leg and gets a piece of it. O'Neill out to Seymour. His shot, glove down there by Lever, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 2 minutes gone here in period number 1. Christmas will take the draw for the John Old Jim Cougars out of Cape Breton. Henneberry gets waved out of the face-off circle, so coming in to take it, there is Berkovici of the Halifax-based ACCEL Physio. There's a shot, a glove save, and the referee a little bit quick with the whistle as the save made by Lever, but the puck did drop out of his glove. 2:05 gone here in period number 3. Off the face-off, Clark tried to kick it back, but it ended up going to Henneberry. Here's Berkovici with it now, tried to get it back to, actually that was McLean, not Henneberry, but McLean just a little bit offside, says the linesman at 2:11. These are 15-minute periods there, Michael Petter, not 20. Do the math correctly, please. Puck sent in by Berkovici, off the wall by Jobs, and back out to center. Asbridge plays it across there for O'Connor. Back to Asbridge again. Up ahead for Berkovici. He gets it across to McLean, trying to get it to Henneberry, but that's broken up by Jobs, and he ends up putting it up over the glass and out of play. So we've had a few stoppages here already in the early going of this period, and then we had a little bit of a delay there with the issue with the mask for goaltender Lucas Fraser. Hard to get much of a flow developing when the tempo is such as it is. Now McIntyre coming out. He gets tripped up by Tarnogorski. Arnold gets it to Tarnogorski. He goes to dump it in. Tarnogorski chasing after it down all the way into the corner. Plays it up the wall. Arnold plays it back down the wall. Now Arnold will play it back to Asbridge at the line. Over to O'Connor. Back to Arnold. Tries the one-timer, but it rolls off the heel of his stick. Isaac Arnold, good position to get that shot away. Just had the puck roll on his stick just that little bit. Now McIntyre dumps it down into the ACCEL Physio zone. Around the boards to Abbas. He's got Welsh up there with him. Trailing on the play is Arnold. Abbas all the way down. Tries to center it. It goes off a Soller. Back onto Abbas' stick. Now to the far side for Welsh. He takes the shot. And the save made there by Fraser. 3:28 gone here in the first period, as that may have been our longest continuous sequence of play here in that first 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Face off with Mercer and Christmas. Puck ends up coming to Lorette. His shot gets blocked. Now it's to the line, kept in by Lorden. He takes a shot, and that's steered up into the glass, but does not roll out of play. Out to center. Picked up there by Lorette. He plays it back to his captain, Ellis, rather. And that'll go down the length of the ice. I should say co-captain Ellis, as Mateus Ellis wears the C when ACCEL Physio is in these black jerseys with the cream and red trim. And Josh O'Connor wears the C on the set of jerseys that ACCEL Physio have that are white with the black and red trim a la Chicago of the NHL. Puck down into the corner. McDonald gets it away from Christmas, plays it around to the far side for Burkovici. Out to center for Plandowski. Plandowski will dump it in. The Friends going in after it. Henneberry gets there just ahead of him. Henneberry back to the line for Lonis. Lonis with the shot. It's blocked in front by Pettingale. Now a pass ahead. Gets it to McMullen. He'll dump it in off the end boards. Puck comes rolling. And Lever will cover up and hang on for 4:30 gone here in the opening period. Still looking for the first goal of this game here. Again, what's at stake? A berth in the provincial championship game tomorrow and a berth in the Atlantics April 4th to 7th at St. Margaret's Bay Arena. You win today, you get both of those prizes. Puck sent down, back into the ACCEL Physio zone. Asbridge behind his own net. He'll carry it ahead. Asbridge gets it up to O'Connor. He'll dump it in. Pettingale down in the corner near side of his own zone. Takes a bump from Abbas. Now Tarnagorski tried to play it back down to Abbas, but too many white jerseys in the way. And it comes across to Allen. His pass too far in front of McIntyre. Bounces off of the side wall right in onto Lever, so no icing. And an offensive zone faceoff for the Cougars as McIntyre was coming in a hurry. 5:15 gone here in the first period, and we still really haven't had one good long sequence of play as of yet. Neither side wins the puck really cleanly off of the draw. Finally, Lorette is able to carry it out. Now McIntyre sends it right back in again. Back again it is Lorden. Lorden stops behind his own net, now plays it near side for Welsh. Off the glass, out to center, Ford. Went to play it off the wall in front of his own bench, but it ends up hitting one of his teammates leaning out over the bench there, and we'll get another stoppage. 5:36 gone here in period number one. The two number 18s, O'Neill and Welsh, jousting for position on the near side of that face-off, and the linesman had to go back and look at them a little bit before finally dropping the puck. Lonis with it now. His shot doesn't get through. Blocked there by Clark, or by Ford rather. Now here comes Welsh. Welsh cutting in, he scores! What a goal by Liam Welsh. His first goal of the tournament and first point at 5:57. And ACCEL Physio takes the 1-0 lead. Welsh with the goal. An innocent looking backhand, but he beats Fraser 5-hole to get that 1-0 lead, and a good start for ACCEL Physio. Clark dumps it right in onto Lever, and he'll hang on for the face-off. And Welsh gets that goal unassisted at 5:57. I thought a pass came up to him, but we may see that get changed on the official game sheet later. But for now, it's Welsh unassisted at 5:57 to give ACCEL Physio the 1-0 lead. Puck played towards the front of the net area. The only one there was Asbridge. He quickly gets it up to Plandowski, up for Henneberry. Henneberry takes a bump there from Soller, and the puck goes rolling down into the corner. Back to get it there, Clark. He'll go up to Allen. Here comes Allen. Allen being watched there by O'Connor, gets knocked off the puck, and that allows Berkovici to get to it. He'll play it up the near side wall. Plandowski trying to help get it out. Now the puck does roll to some open space, and Berkovici looking for McNeil far side. Then Berkovici absolutely runs over White, but the Cougars still get possession of the puck. Pass for McIntyre. He knocks it down with his stick, goes after it, takes a shot. It goes well wide. Puck in behind the net. Picked up there by O'Connor. And O'Connor gives to Tarnogorski. Tarnogorski sending it in off the end boards. Picked up behind the net there by LaFrenz. LaFrenz has Clark coming in to help out. Now Abbas in there to help out for Excel Physio. But Clark comes out with it. Flips it way up high down the ice. And that'll be an icing. 7:33 left to go in the first period. Still not quite to the midway point of this period. And it feels like, yes, we've had that goal and we've had some longer-ish sequences of play, but we haven't had any real good back and forth lengthy play as of yet. Off the end boards, in behind the net. Now a wraparound attempt, another save, as there were a couple of whacks at that puck. Now Lorette gets it back again. Lorette with the shot. That one ends up hitting a body in front. Now it comes, there's another few whacks at it. It rolls over in behind the net off to the side. Now played to the far wall. Off the wall comes to Ellis. His shot gets blocked, and it'll come out with O'Neill. He gets it down the length of the ice. Back to get it in a hurry there is Lorden. He played it up the middle of the ice, and it nearly turned into a chance for Rutherham. But coming up the other way now, there's Lorette with a shot. And that goes wide. Puck comes up the wall. Seymour able to get it out to center. Now Lonis with it. He'll turn it back up the other way and into the Cougar zone. LaFrenz has McNeil on him in a hurry. LaFrenz gets it to O'Neill. Sorry, that was McLean, not McNeil. Now the puck played ahead for Seymour. He's got McDonald on him. McDonald takes Seymour into the boards. May have been called a board or hit from behind, as it looked like he caught Seymour square on the number, but play is allowed to continue on. To the line and out by McMullen, dumped back in. Now settling it down is Fraser. Going back to get it behind the net there is Ford. Ford ends up losing it to Plandowski, but Seymour able to give support and get it out to center. Played right back in, now comes back out again. Seymour pushes it to the Excel Physio line where McDonald plays to Lonis. He'll dump it in. And again, Fraser settles it down this time for Jobs. Played to the near side. Ford picks up there. Out across the ice. And sent back in by Arnold. In front for Tarnogorski, and he scores! Jobs trying to argue that the net was off of its moorings, but that puck was in well before the net was knocked off, and Tarnogorski gives Excel Physio a 2-0 lead here at 9:38 of the first period. For Nick Tarnogorski, his third goal, third point. Isaac Arnold will get his second point of the tournament with an assist, as Excel has broken out a 2-0 lead. Soller with the puck. Back into the zone again as Abbas on the forecheck along with Tarnogorski. Now McIntyre gets it out to the far side for Allen. Tried to play it to Clark, but the pass was a little bit behind him, and Abbas was there to break it up as well. Now here's McIntyre. McIntyre with a couple of nice moves, and Lever makes the save. As we get confirmation of Tarnogorski's goal. As they say, it's Abbas and Asbridge with the assists. I thought for sure Arnold had one, but I stand corrected. So that's Abbas with 6 points now, 3 goals, 3 assists. And for Asbridge, that's his first point of the tournament. 4:21 left to go here in the first period. ACCEL Physio leading it 2-0. Off of the draw, puck goes towards the corner. LaFrenz wraps it around and it comes out to center. O'Neill now gets it the rest of the way down into the ACCEL Physio zone. Ellis back to get it, plays it ahead. Picked up by Mercer. Here comes Mercer. He plays the puck deep and it comes around. First one to it there was Pattengale, but when he played it up the wall, it was picked up by Lorette. Lorette over for Mercer. Mercer can't get a one-timer shot away. And now the Cougars will clear. Pattengale gains the red. The dump and chase around the board. Seymour gets to it. His shot goes off a body and in behind the net. McMullen. Now O'Neill near side. Back to the line, Ford. That gets through to McMullen. His shot goes just wide. Now McMullen trying to play it down low. In there was Henneberry, but when he played it to the near side, O'Neill was the only one there. O'Neill sends it back behind the net. Now it's picked up by Henneberry, and he'll get it out for McLean. McLean looking for Henneberry on the backdoor side of the crease, but that pass was broken up. Now up the near wall. To the line and out comes McIntyre. He gets it up for Seymour. Now McIntyre will chase down the puck, throws a sharp angle shot. Lever steers that away, and it's played back out to center. Carrying back ahead here is Soller. Drops off for McIntyre. McIntyre with the shot. Off the glass and out down the ice. Back to get it for Abbas, watching him. Up for Clark. Clark takes the shot. That goes over the net into the backboards. 2:20 left to go here in the first period. Played out to center. Tarnagorski dumps it in. Back to get it, Soller. Soller can't get away from Tarnagorski, and it's turned over as Abbas gets the puck. He tried to play it to Tarnagorski, broken up by Allen. Back to the line, shot by O'Connor. Was blocked, but then a second chance for Arnold. Now back to the line for Asbridge. That shot gets deflected on target and steered into the corner. 1:50 left to go. Here comes White. He'll dump the puck in, go chase after it himself. It goes all around to the far side. Over there was Allen. Now it's played up the wall. Clark blocks that one. Now it comes back to Pattengale at the line. He tried to play it back down low, but Abbas will get it out to center. Back to pick up is McIntyre. 1:25 left in the first period. McIntyre, his pass goes off of Allen and ends up on the stick of O'Connor. Here comes O'Connor. O'Connor for Mercer. Mercer had it roll away from him. Now brings it out in front, tries to stuff it through. And making the save and hanging on there is Lucas Frazier with 1:07 left to go here in period number 1. Face off to the left of goaltender Lucas Frazier. Draw won by Mercer right on to Lorette. And he again, that's a couple times now that Lorette has been able to get a shot right off of the draw, as Mercer has been very good in the face-off circle here, setting up Lorette a few times tonight. We're into the final minute. Ford gets the puck. Looking ahead. Tries to get it through Lorette. It does just get through, and McMullen brings it across the line but coughs it up. Now McMullen trying to get it back again. Puck is bouncing around and picked up by Mercer. Here comes Mercer. He's got Lorette with him. Mercer can't get the pass through to Lorette. Nice defensive play there by Ford to make sure that the pass doesn't, or by Soller rather, to make sure that the pass doesn't connect. 27 seconds left to go in the period. Puck played out, hops over McDonald's stick. Ellis ahead to McDonald. He gets it up now. Having a little trouble finding it there was Welsh. Now the pass ahead, intended for Plandowski, but that was broken up. Back down into the Hawk zone. Back to get it is McDonald. McLean takes a bump but gets the puck to center, and that will do it for period number 1. Shots on goal in the first period by the ACCEL Physio 12. By the Cougars 6. I'm going to stop talking for a moment during this brief intermission. As we get ready for the start of the second period, teams have switched ends. Fraser heads to the net to our right. Lever is in the net to our left. We're ready to go for period number 2. Into the Cougar zone right away. There's a shot. Misses the net, comes off the end boards. Bouncing around. Trying to settle it is Abbas. Allen plays it out to center. O'Connor will dump it back in. LaFrenz will pick up there. LaFrenz trying to get away from the forecheck of Berkovici. Now it's played around to the far side. Picked up by Pattengale. He'll get it up to McIntyre. McIntyre gets the defenseman Asbridge turned around, and Asbridge has no choice but to get his stick into the feet of McIntyre, and we'll get our first power play of the game. It will go to the Cougars as Asbridge goes off for the trip. Just 36 seconds into period number 2. Cougar power play, 3 for 11 on the tournament. ACCEL penalty kill, 8 for 11. So in both situations, 3 power play goals out of 11 chances. Now we see Clark jousting a little bit with one of the ACCEL Physio players. Played around the boards. LaFrenz will hold it in at the line. Tries to send it back down low. That's intercepted. And out comes ACCEL Physio. Henneberry with the shot off the end boards. These very lively boards that we have here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. I'm sure if you've been watching a lot of these games, you've picked up on that tendency by now. Puck played ahead by the ACCEL Physio as they are killing the power play, so certainly no icing. LaFrenz goes to get it ahead. It's off of Abbas's stick, but now it comes to McIntyre rather. He tries to go short side off the handle of the stick of Lever, it looked like. Now McIntyre fans on his pass attempt as he tried to play it out towards the front. Puck set back down. Now it's back up the wall. And coming out with it is Berkovici. He takes a shot. And it was gloved down by Fraser. Pass over to O'Neill. Or sorry, that's McMullen. He gets it back to O'Neill. Out in front, couple of whacks at it, and they score! Lever made the first 2, maybe even 3 saves, but it wasn't enough. The power play goal at 2:10 pulls the Cougars to within 1. Looks like it's going to be Ryan McMullen's goal. as the Cougars go 1 for 1 with the power play so far. 2:10 of period 2, the time of the goal, making it a 2-1 scoreline. Puck dumped in, back to get it there. White, he kind of fans on his attempt to move it along the boards. As we get confirmation of McMullen's power play goal. Seymour with an assist. The only assist on that goes to Seymour. Now here comes Seymour Inc. trying to get it across. And O'Neill just couldn't quite get a stick on it. O'Neill then went to play it back to the line, but it was beyond White. Now White back to get in his own zone. Played ahead. O'Neill gets rubbed out there by Lorden. Sends it behind the net, but Seymour there to force the turnover. Now 3 players into the corner. Backhand shot by O'Neill. Takes his own rebound behind the net. Back to the line for Soller. His shot goes off a body and then into the end boards. Now up to the wall near side McLean. He gets it to the line and out, but Seymour brings back in. Knocked off his stick by Lorden. And out comes ACCEL Physio. Puck dumped down. Henneberry gets to it first. Plays to Plandowski. Knocked off his stick by Clark. Battle in the far corner inside the Cape Breton zone. Ahead for Hutchings. Hutchings gets it up to McIntyre. McIntyre tees it up. That's blocked by Asbridge. Now the puck sat loose for a moment. Henneberry gets it, but he loses it to Hutchings. Now Asbridge with it. Just over 4 minutes gone here in period number 2. Plandowski dumps the puck in. Settled down and now picked up by Ford. He gets it ahead. Lorette knocks it back down low. White there to pick up in behind the net. Off the boards and out to center. O'Connor waiting for it right away. Dumps it right back in again. Settled down there by Fraser. He gives to Ford. Ford works it up, intended for McIntyre, but quick on the steal there was Lorette. And Lorette is playing arguably, I'd say, his best game of this tournament so far. He's been all over the ice, doing all kinds of great things. Now a shot, there's a rebound for Lorette. Couldn't quite get his stick on it. Now Lorette does get the puck, takes this shot, and a save made by Lucas Fraser. Zach Lorette having a great game for ACCEL Physio. Hasn't translated into anything on the score sheet yet, but Zach Lorette, in my mind, like I say, having his most impressive game of this tournament. There's a shot. Fraser makes the save and hangs on for a face-off. 5:03 gone here in period number 3. We've now played 20 of the 50 regulation minutes in this game. And ACCEL Physio with the 2-1 lead. Puck comes all the way to Seymour. He lets it go and McDonald plays it back in. Soller now. Out from behind the net. Over to the right wing side. Out to center. Puck comes towards the middle of the ice. And Berkovici takes the check but gets the puck to Arnold. Arnold with the shot through. And Fraser steers that aside. Picked up by Pattengale. Pattengale works it up there for Rutherham. Rutherham takes a bump, takes a couple of bumps. Puck is turned over to Berkovici. His shot steered away by Fraser. And then Seymour will send it the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call. 9:08 left to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal 19-9 for ACCEL Physio. The scoreline right now 2-1. Also for ACCEL Physio. Henneberry and Clark to take the draw. One to McLean and he scores! Ford tried to stop the shot, but instead ended up deflecting it through the 5-hole of his own goaltender. And McLean, Garrett McLean, his first goal, 6th point of the tournament, assisted by Joey Henneberry right off of the draw at 5:55. And an unfortunate play there for Jackson Ford as he tried to stop the shot, instead deflected it through the 5-hole. As we get confirmation that yes, McLean took the shot, yes, Henneberry won the draw. So that is indeed the scoring on that play. Now here's Allen at center ice. Allen stops, shoots. Big pad save, kicked all the way out to center. Here comes Lorette. Lorette with a shot. That goes off a stick up over the glass and out of play for a stoppage. 8:20 left to go here in period 2. ACCEL Physio now leading it 2-1. McMullen and Mercer take the draw. Neither side gets possession right off of the draw. Still battling to see who's going to get it. Now Lorette gets the puck over to the wall. He's bumped off the puck by Pattengale, gets it back again. Now in behind the net, LaFrenz will play it. Pattengale ties up his man. In behind the net, Mercer getting mugged. Now Pattengale, he'll just clear it out to center. Lorette knocks it down. McDonald finds it there before Seymour could sneak it away from him, and it's brought into the zone by Lonis. Sent down behind the net. Back there, LaFrenz. Now played as far as the line. McDonald again sends it in deep. 7:25 to go here in the second period. 3-1 the scoreline. Sent down the ice by Pattengale. It goes right on net though, so it won't be an icing. Couple of maybe, yeah, okay, I'll cover it up there by Sebastian Lever for a face-off. $7:11 left to go here in period number 2. Out come the ACCEL Physio. Henneberry drops it off. Plandowski's shot gets blocked. And the Cougars, the John Old Jim Cougars, come back out the other way. McIntyre with the shot. Save made. Rebound comes out to Henneberry. He gets it as far as center, but McIntyre sends it back in again. Asbridge now plays it to Ellis. Up for Lorette. Sends it into the Cape Breton zone, turned right back up the other way again. Up to Allen. Christmas now for McIntyre. He plays it, tried to get it down low into the far side corner, but Asbridge was there to break that up. And now it's down into the Cape Breton zone. Soller gets it taken away from him by Mercer. Puck loose, picked up by Christmas. Christmas will wrap it around the boards and out to center ice. Ellis dumps it back in again. Settled behind the net there by Frazier. Soller gets it ahead and it's out to center. Soller at his own blue line. Off the wall. Now Arnold with it. Isaac Arnold dumps it in. Again, Frazier settles it down. Back to get it, Soller. He plays it off the wall. Ford gets it ahead. McIntyre now tried to pass it to Allen, but the pass just a bit behind him. And back to get it there was McDonald. He tried to make the pass ahead to Arnold. That's broken up. McIntyre now shot up over the crossbar into the glass and all the way back out to center. Pattengale dumps it back in with 5:20 left on the clock here in period 2. McDonald to Lonis. Ahead for Arnold. He gets it over to the far side. Tarnogorski dumps it in right on to Fraser. And with Abbas entering the neighborhood, Fraser will hang on for a face-off. 5:06 left to go here, period number 2. Cougars off the draw, get it out to center. McLean able to bring it back in again. Sends it down low. Henneberry behind the net. Back to the line. Lonis with the shot. Goes up into the glass, stays in play. Now McLean in the corner. Looking for options. Finds Lonis at the far side. That one gets deflected by a Cape Breton stick and goes up into the glass again, but stays in play yet again. Seymour now to the line. McDonald kicks it forward. Comes back to the line. McDonald can't hold. It's dumped right back in. White will pick up with 4:20 left. That'll go out and down the ice for an icing. Shots on goal to this point, 21-12 in favor of ACCEL Physio. The scoreline also in favor of ACCEL Physio by a margin of 3-1. If you're just joining us, it was Liam Welsh back in the first period unassisted. Then it was Nick Tarnogorski with assists going to Brandon Abbas and Parker Asbridge. And then here in the second period, a power play goal for Cape Breton from Ryan McMullen and an even strength goal for Garrett McLean. Puck played back into the ACCEL Physio zone. Played down into the corner. Across by Allen to the far corner, picked up by Welsh. Welsh ahead. Lorette with a shot and he scores! Zach Lorette getting rewarded for, like I said earlier, quite possibly his best game of the tournament. Welsh will get an assist. That'll be his second point of this game. And it's now 4-1 for ACCEL Physio. Big goal there for Zach Lorette, his first point of this tournament. Like I say, he's played well here in this game in particular. Pass play doesn't connect, and now out comes Allen. Allen goes into the boards awkwardly. Lorden also getting an assist on that. So for Lorden, that's his first point as well. And that goal significant in that now every member of ACCEL Physio has at least 1 point in this tournament. Zach Lorette and Andrew Lorden were the last two who didn't have one yet, other than the goaltenders, of course. But every skater for ACCEL Physio now has at least 1 point in the tournament. McIntyre gets that across, was trying to get it up for Clark, but Clark had been knocked down. Surprisingly, a lack of a call there. Clark looks over at the ref like, what do you mean? But play does continue, and Clark regains his cool. Here with it now, Patton Gale trying to get away from Henneberry. Patton Gale ends up putting it onto the stick of McLean, however. Now, Clark gets it to McIntyre, who sends it out. Now it's back in. Now it's back out again with Clark. Clark drops off for McIntyre. His shot. And Lever makes the save and hangs on. 2:22 left to go here in the second period. And stick around during the second intermission, because we are going to have a guest come up and join us during the second intermission. So make sure you do stick around for that. 2:22 left here in period 2. 4-1 the scoreline in favor of ACCEL Physio. Lorette plays it around for Lonis to Welsh. To the line, kept in there by McMullen. Battle along the near side boards. Continuing to battle there along the near side boards. There's a shot that ends up going all the way through. O'Neill and Lonis bump in the corner. Lonis ends up coming out, gets it ahead to Welsh. Welsh, his pass. And Lorette couldn't quite get that puck corralled in time. So it'll be an offside with 1:40 left to go here in the first or second period. Again, we will have a guest join us here at the intermission, so make sure you stick around. Off of the draw, Berkovici plays it over to Asbridge. Now in behind the net there. Arnold played it around. Now it comes to the line. O'Connor down low. Arnold there to pick up. Isaac Arnold working it out along the wall. Sends it down low. Picked up there by Abbas. Bouncing puck settled by Berkovici. Tries a wraparound. Second attempt. And a couple of saves made by Lucas Frazier, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 1:04 left to go here in period 2. Face-off will be to Frazier's right here with just 64 seconds left until the break. Puck played out just past O'Connor, and they will call that an icing with 58.4 left to go. Once again, don't forget, we've got 2 games left in this tournament. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., the bronze medal game between South Shore and whoever is not victorious. And then at 1 o'clock, the gold medal game between the Gulls and whoever is victorious. Right off the draw, there's a shot by Plandowski. And another save made by Frazier. And earlier this morning I asked about Jack Plandowski, and he is indeed the younger brother of the Plandowski who plays for Cole Harbour of the Nova Scotia Major Midget League. And I was also informed apparently that there's a middle brother between the two who's playing prep school hockey as well. So the hockey genes run deep in that one, in that family. 45.2 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Off of the face-off, puck comes back to McIntyre. His shot gets deflected above the glass, above the net, above everything here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. So we'll get another stoppage. 38.1 seconds left here in the second period. Clark and Arnold to take the draw. The battle of first name surnames won by Arnold, and it's out to center. Yeah, I know I used that when Arnold took draws against another player earlier, but it still fits. Now Clark with the puck near side. Also, it's game number 16 of the tournament. You can't help me for recycling some jokes. Arnold plays it up the wall as far as Ford. Now Lorette will dump it back in again. With 1 second left in the period, that will do it. 3 goals scored in that period, 2 of them by Excel Physio, 1 by the Journal Gym Cougars. Shots on goal in the period, 14 for Excel, 2-period total of 26. 8 for the Cougars, 2-period total of 14. After 2 minutes of play, your score, Excel Physio 4, Journal Gym Cougars 1. We'll take a break, come right back with a very special guest. You are watching the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Championship tournament here on 360 Live. All right, we are joined right now on the microphone by Cole Goss. He's one of the goaltenders for the Warewell Bombers. And Cole, first off, congratulations on a great game that you had between the pipes here at this tournament.
Yeah, felt pretty good to beat the number 2 ranked team coming in provincials, getting the first win. Felt pretty good.
And you guys had a great tournament overall, a lot to be proud of for this team. Talk about the camaraderie that you guys have had over the course of building up to this tournament.
Boys been right committed to making it to provincials. Sadly, at the last game we didn't have the outcome we wanted, but it's all part of the game, and I'm just thankful that had a good year overall.
Now, obviously, there's still a lot of hockey left in your career in front of you. Talk a little bit about what your plans are, or what your hopes are for your plans for next season.
Hoping to play weeks next year, but if that doesn't work out, I'll probably go play minor midget for the Cabot Islanders.
All right. Well, one other thing I got to ask you about, the fan support that you guys have had over the course of this tournament has been absolutely incredible. We've seen this wellness center packed up like even bigger than Crushers games, even bigger than I think anything else we've seen in a long time in this building. Talk about what it means to you to have Pictou County rally behind you guys like they have.
The support was big for us. Like in the regular season, there may have been like 30 people in the building, and for everyone cheering for the hometown, felt pretty good, and it sure pumped up the boys to play.
And you know, you guys didn't make the semifinals, which obviously, you know, that was the goal, but didn't quite get there. But still, this has got to be one of the highlights of your hockey career.
Yeah, by far, it was one of the most fun seasons I've ever played. And I was given an opportunity to come play in New Glasgow my first year, and I'm just glad that they took me to have this great year that I had.
Last thing, I got to ask you about the guy who's been your head coach all season. Having a guy with that Stanley Cup ring that he's able to show you and have that experience that he brings to the dressing room. Talk about John Sim and what he's meant to this team.
To me, he's been one of the best coaches I ever had. He can be hard on us sometimes, but just gets us more focused and gets us ready to play. And he knows what he's talking about, so we just have to feed off that. And that's what we did, and we got this far. So just thankful to have him as a coach.
Well, Cole Goss, thank you for taking time out here this evening to chat with us for a little bit. Congratulations on a fantastic win that you had and on a great tournament that your team had throughout the course of this event, and good luck next season.
Thank you.
That's Cole Goss, one of the goaltenders with the Warewell Major Bantam Bombers. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period coming up in a few minutes. This is Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Tournament action on 360 Live. All right, we're back getting you ready for the start of the third period. ACCEL Physio looks like they're in pretty good shape right now with a 4-1 lead going into the third. But as we've seen in this tournament so far, leads are not necessarily safe. We saw it in the first semifinal earlier this afternoon. The Gulls had a 4-1 lead. They did go on to win, but not without some drama, as the 4-1 lead evaporated, became a 5-4 deficit. For them. Then they came back, tied it at 5, trailed 6-5 to the Lumberjacks, came back and tied it at 6, and then went on to win by that 8-6 margin. Do the John L. Jim Cape Breton Cougars have something similar as South Shore had in their basket to mount a comeback? We've got 20 minutes to find out. We are underway. Here's McIntyre bringing it across the line. McIntyre stops, turns, sends it towards the net. Cleared away there by O'Connor. And out coming with it now is Berkovici. That was McLean rather. Now Berkovici has the puck. Berkovici has it knocked away from him, and it's to the line, not held in by O'Connor as he slowed it down but couldn't completely keep it in the zone. In behind the net now to Soller for McIntyre. McIntyre had it roll a little too far away from him, and Arnold chopped it back down, but then it came back up again. Now it's sent down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call against Cape Breton. 47 seconds gone here in period number 3. Once again, tomorrow at 10, we've got the bronze medal game. Tomorrow at 1, the gold. And also in this building tomorrow, if you can get down here, there's a goal for Arnold. Isaac Arnold gets his first goal of the tournament. His second point. And I said it before, I've become a fan of this guy. One of the smaller players in this tournament, but I love the way he plays. Love the heart he brings to every shift. Isaac Arnold, his first goal, second point, coming at 55 seconds of the third. It's now 5-1. O'Neill will dump it in on Lever. He'll cover up and hang on. If you can get down here to the Wellness Center tomorrow, along with those bronze and gold medal games over on the other sheet of ice while that's happening, we've got Game 2 of the best of 5 Nova Scotia Female Midget Provincial Championship Playoff Series. Tarnagorski and Abbas get the assists. Tarnagorski, that's his 4th point. For Abbas, that's his 7th here on the weekend. Or on the tournament, I guess, since Thursday wasn't really weekend. There's the puck going into the ACCEL Physio bench. 5-1 the scoreline now with 1:35 gone here in the third. We've had games that have reached 4-goal margins at one point or another, including the game earlier this morning between the Cougars and the Gulls. But we have yet to have a game actually end with a 4-goal or bigger margin. Every game has been within 3 all weekend long. There we got a big hit and a penalty coming up against the Cougars. And as Ford touches the puck, interference will get called against It's actually called against the Hawks, although the whistle didn't blow until the puck was touched by the Cougars. A little bit of confusion there. Hey, the referees are human. They make mistakes. And I'm reading lips right now. I can see the referee saying, that was my fault. Mistakes happen, and that was one. But the bottom line is, Cape Breton go to the power play for the second time. They're 1-for-1 with the man advantage. Mercer takes that penalty for interference. And the Cougar power play goes to work, as mentioned, for the second time in this game. They did score on their first try. McIntyre sends it down low. Clark behind the net. Tried to get it out front, but he takes a bump and couldn't make the pass. Now Clark will play it to McIntyre in the corner. McIntyre tries to take a shot. That's blocked by O'Connor, and it'll be sent down the length of the ice. Back to get it there is Soller. Soller, long lead pass, misses his target, and that will be an icing call against the Cougars. Don Cherry has his cardinal sins of hockey. That's one of mine. Petter's cardinal sin of hockey, number 1. Don't commit an icing when you've got the power play. Take that extra little second or two to make sure that that pass is on target, because all you're doing is giving the penalty killers a huge favor. 58 seconds left in the man advantage. Pass ahead for McMullen. He gets it up to O'Neill. O'Neill gets it across the line, then Seymour. Now it's turned back over, and here comes Berkovici. Berkovici with the shot, blocker save. Puck comes to the near wall, Berkovici comes out with it again, tries the backhander, that gets blocked, and out comes O'Neill. O'Neill across the blue line. Down into the corner, back to the line. LaFrenne sends it back down to O'Neill, tried to get it out in front, that doesn't connect. Back out in front. And now Ellis will get it out to center. 15 seconds left in the penalty. LaFrenne turns it back up ice. Softly plays it around to the near side. McDonald will get there first. Takes a big hit as he makes the play. And now Arnold will get it the rest of the way out. That'll be an icing against ACCEL Physio. Big nod of the head and a tip of the cap to Jake McDonald, taking a big hit there as he makes the play, but stood in and took that hit to get that play made. Lorette bats it out to center, sent back in again. Asbridge now went to make a D-to-D pass. Allen got his stick in the way of that. Now with it is McIntyre. He fans on his shot. Lorette forces the turnover and gets it out to center. Nearly an offside a couple of times there, but play will go on as we approach 4.5 minutes gone here in the third period. Puck is turned over to Clark. He gets it over to Allen. Allen realized that he was about to have his lane cut off by O'Connor, so just dumped it in. And now Asbridge near side, ahead for Tarnagorski. Out to center, Ford turns it back up. And Allen makes the move at the blue line. Keeps it onside though, and the shot comes from McIntyre. And the save made with 4:50 gone. If this score holds, ACCEL Physio will face the Gulls in the championship game, the game of the top 2 seeds who going into the tournament. That one ends up going wide. They did not face each other in the round robin. Now the puck off the wall, Soller gets it down low. Arnold to Abbas. Here comes Abbas. There's a shot that goes just a little bit wide. It beat Fraser. Glove side. There's a shot, and Fraser swallows that up right into his belly. So the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed through regulation, or through the regular season, and the number 1 and the number 2 seed through the tournament will be the 2 teams to face off in the final. If this score holds, the Cougars would face South Shore. They did not face each other during the course of this tournament. Yes, they did actually, sorry. There's a chance, and Plandowski scores at 5:31. It's now 6-1 for Plandowski. That's his 3rd goal, 3rd point of the tournament. And the Cougars are going to take their timeout, it looks like, as they want to settle things down here a little bit. With 5:31 gone here in the 3rd period, a 5-goal margin. And the coaching staff, head coach James Sanford, assistant coaches Sheldon Burton and Chris McDonald, just want to settle everybody down a little bit here. Make sure that everybody understands that really, realistically speaking, this team exceeded expectations by getting to this tournament. They were not supposed to beat the Truro Bearcats in the playoff round, but they did. They certainly were not supposed to get into these semifinals. Although, hey, whatever was said in that timeout must have worked, because just 14 seconds later, as Henneberry's name was announced as the assist, the Cougars pull back to within 4. So, don't rule anything out yet. 14-10 left to go here in the 3rd period. Played out in front. There's Allen trying to get a whack at it. And Arnold and Allen. I'm going to show my age a little bit here, but there's a little bit of Andre the Giant taking on Coco Beware. As you got Arnold and Allen pushing and shoving there. For those of you who are a little bit younger, let's try Big Show and Kofi Kingston. How about that? Parker Hutchings gets the goal. That's his first goal of the Christmas with an assist. McMullen also with an assist. So it goes Hutchings, his first goal, first point from McMullen and Christmas. For Christmas, his 2nd point of the tournament. For McMullen, his 4th. Now we're getting the referee coming over, talking to both benches. Not sure what exactly it was that was said, but probably something to the effect of, we've only got 14 minutes left in this one, guys. Let's keep everything cool. Let's let calm heads prevail. Here comes Berkovici. He takes the shot, seared aside there by the goaltender Fraser. Now the puck is picked up by Clark. Here comes Clark. Clark creates another turnover as he picks the pocket and out in front. And a chance for Allen. .6:30 gone here in the third period. I realize both of the wrestler analogies that I used had a much larger Caucasian against a much smaller African American athlete. My intent was not to make any reference to race. My intent was merely to talk about the relative stature of both Allen and Arnold. So if anybody inadvertently took offense to the fact that those analogies included wrestlers of different races, that was not my intent. My intent was to make a bit of a comment about the relative statures of the two, height-wise, of the two hockey players who were mixing it up there a little bit. There's a shot deflection by Henneberry. Puck comes up and is picked up by Seymour. Here comes Seymour. Tried to get it through, but that's knocked down by Ellis. He'll get it out beyond forward and down the ice. Back to get it will be Jobs. He'll get there before the goal line, so no icing. 7:10 gone here in the third period of what is still a 4-goal game. But Cape Breton certainly picking up their pace a bit since the timeout was used by head coach James Sanford. Now a nifty little move there. Shot by Berkovici, saved by Fraser. O'Connor now with the shot. Abbas looking for a deflection, but he sent it wide. Now Arnold gets taken off the puck by McMullen. McMullen gets it to Seymour. He can't get a shot on target as McDonald was watching him. McDonald gets it to the line and out as it hops over White's stick. Now Abbas fighting his way through the check of White. Abbas with the shot, that's blocked. Comes off the glass and down in front of the net. Getting it there and getting the shot away there was Abbas. He ends up getting tripped up. Both referees keep their arms down as play goes on. Now with it here is Mercer. Mercer into the Cougar zone. Mercer takes it behind the net, comes out the near side, plays it up the wall back to Lonis. There's a shot steered aside, picked up by Berkovici. He turns and tries to fire. Now following up, there's a chance for Lorette, but that's steered aside. Now Lonis with the shot. And a glove save made by Lucas Fraser, his 32nd save on 38 shots so far tonight. And Fraser, a little slow to get up. Looks like he may have extended his hip awkwardly a little bit there, the way he was kind of favoring himself there for a second. Now we'll get the Cape Breton centerman, Christmas, waved out of the face-off circle. Coming in to take the draw instead is Allen. Puck down low, played out. Now Allen will play it out to center. Hustling back to get onto it there is O'Connor. He's being watched there by McIntyre. Puck sent down the ice the other way. LaFrenz going after it. Right on his tail is McLean. LaFrenz sets it to Pattengale. Pattengale changes direction, and Allen gets it to the line and out just beyond. And back to get it there. It just crosses the goal line with 10:45 left to go here in the third period. 6-2 the scoreline in favor of Excel Physio. Again, if you can get down here tomorrow for those bronze and gold medal games, should be great hockey here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. If not, don't worry, we got you covered right here on 360 Live. We'll have both those games for you as well. over on Petter Picto Sports through Ustream.tv. We'll have the coverage of Game 2 of that female provincial midget championship series between the Northern Subway Selects and Station 6 Fire. Game 1 of that series earlier today. Pardon the pun, but it was a barn burner as the Fire gave the Selects everything they could handle and then some, but the Selects did come away with the 5-4 victory. Off the end boards, picked up by ACCEL Physio. There's the puck, ended up underneath Fraser. I don't think he knew where it was. I certainly lost it for a second, but Fraser able to hang on for a face-off. 10:07 left to go here in the third period. Shots on goal now 39-19 for ACCEL Physio. There's a shot steered aside again by Fraser. Up the wall and out past O'Connor. Hustling back to it is McDonald as he had Parker Hutchings hot on his tail. Puck played back, now over to Ford. Ahead for Hutchings, he'll dump it and go chasing after it. Bounces off the side of the net. That allows O'Connor to get to it, and he plays it to Welsh. Over for Lorette. Lorette ends up colliding with Jobs a little awkwardly. Puck comes to the line. McDonald with the shot. It deflects and then goes just through the crease. First, a deflection off a defender caused Fraser to have to adjust quickly, and then redirected a second time, and it went just through the crease. Clark with the puck now, carrying it into the zone. Clark trying to fight through a couple of checks. Now coming in, Hannaberry. Clark gets knocked down. Puck goes in behind the net. It'll be picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor will get it up and out. Hustling in after it there is McLean. He can't get to it, but Hannaberry does. Hannaberry makes one move, cuts towards the front. Shot, save, and pouncing on that rebound was Fraser for a stoppage with 8:40 left to go here in the third period. Once again, we have so many sponsors to thank as well. The complete list of them, of course, we've mentioned many, many times. O'Neill, he gets the puck ahead. Seymour can't get a shot through Ellis. Actually, he does get it through Ellis. As we'll quickly run through those sponsors yet again. Gino's Bakery, Swiss Chalet, Barb's Diner in Westville, Tim Hortons, Sobeys, TRA, Wearwell Garments, of course, the title sponsor of the Bombers, TD Waterhouse, Sam's Pizza, Sacco Automotive, Proudfoot Home Hardware. There's a shot from Seymour that gets blocked. There's another shot that gets blocked, this time by Ellis. Ellis trying to get away. Now he gets it up to Abbas. Abbas will play it softly out with 8 minutes left. Proudfoot Home Hardware, as mentioned, Pictou County Pizza, Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League and the Major Bantam League as well. Centering pass, that goes through everybody and all the way to the far side. Now here comes Seymour back the other way. Puck comes near side to McDonald. Up the wall and out. Soller across to the far side. Flipped in to ACCEL Physio zone. 7.5 minutes left. 4-goal game. Puck played in, knocked down by White. He's got Mercer on him right away. White trying to generate room. Plays it around to McIntyre. Gets his pocket picked by Welsh, who tees it up. Kick save made by Fraser. 43rd shot faced by Fraser here this evening. More of those sponsors include McGillivray Fuels, Pioneer Coal, Inglis Jewelers. As Cape Breton with possession look to get it out to center. They do. Hockey Nova Scotia, one of our sponsors. Lorette with the puck. He'll play it over to O'Connor. O'Connor gets it in. Henneberry gets his pocket pick there with a nice play by Pettengale, but then Pettengale turns it over at the line. Shot taken by O'Connor, and a save with 6:37 left to go. Grant Thornton, Combex, Citadel Coin, Kaylee Honda, Cabot Shipping, Blue Wave Energy, Ultramar, Bike Monkey, and Anchor Toyota. The rest of those great sponsors who've done so much to help make this weekend happen. Puck played out and down the length of the ice. Hustling to get to it there is Ellis. Now it's turned over to O'Neill at the line. O'Neill stops at the hash marks, takes the shot. It goes through all the way to the near side wall. Wrapped around by Lonis. O'Neill is there waiting for it for the Cougars. He takes a shot, steered aside by Lever. Now Lonis will send it up the wall. Held in by Pettengale. Now he gets it down to McMullen. McMullen can't get a shot away. Seymour picks up now. 6 minutes left here in period 3. McMullen comes running in with his elbow, and he'll take a penalty on that, as actually they're going to call it a head contact penalty with 14:09 gone here in the third period, and Cape Breton will be on the short-handed end for the first time in this game. Hard to believe, but it's true. That's the first penalty that the Cougars have taken. Their penalty kill, 9 of 14 to this point. The ACCEL Hawks power play, or ACCEL Physio power play, excuse me, going to work for the first time in this game. 50% so far, 6 for 12. Rutherham trying to get that puck clear, but he won't. Comes back to O'Connor. He'll send it back down low. Soller now with the slap shot that sends it around and all the way down into the ACCEL zone. It's a double minor, so this will actually be the power play 1 and 2 for ACCEL with the double minor. Mercer brings it in. Played to the line. O'Connor holds it in. Now to Berkovici down low. Across the crease. Picked up and back to O'Connor again. To Mercer. Down into the corner. Berkovici playing it back up. Or sorry, that's Lorette who played it back up. Now picked up by Berkovici over at the far side. Centered for Asbridge. He couldn't get his stick free for a shot. And 2:50 left to go in the penalty. 4:39 left to go in regulation. ACCEL Physio lead it by 4. McLean knocked off the puck, and Clark will come out the other way. Here comes Clark. Clark gets the puck knocked off his stick there by Ellis. That allows Henneberry to pick up, and he'll take it up through center into the zone. Henneberry tried to get it across. It goes off of White. And that's a number of times in this game that Fraser has had to deal with difficult deflections off of his own players. In fact, one of the goals in this game came as a direct result of that. Battle along the boards right in front of the penalty box area there with 1:50 left to go in the man advantage. Now we'll get a stoppage. And the face-off will go just outside of the John Old Jim Cougar blue line. Draw one back to O'Connor. Off the glass and into the zone. Soller back to get it. Off the boards and to the line and out. McDonald to O'Connor. Ahead for Arnold. Arnold into the zone. Takes the shot. Blocker save over into the corner. 1:25 left in the double minor. Back to the line, McDonald. Down to Mercer. He gives for Arnold. Arnold with the shot. Pad save. That's save number 39 of 45 shots taken on Lucas Fraser here this evening. Lorette brings it ahead. Lorette drops it back to McDonald. Across now comes to Lorette, back to McDonald. His shot gets blocked. Puck rolls out to center. Picked up by O'Connor and dumped back in. 45 seconds left to go in the penalty. Lonis at center ice. Brings it in. Lonis takes the shot. Again, deflection, causing some grief for goaltender Lucas Fraser. He's had his battles tonight, and to only give up 6 goals on 46 shots, not exactly that bad of an effort for the John Ol' Jim Cape Breton Cougar goaltender. Pass comes to Henneberry. Henneberry has it knocked off his stick. Now Ellis with it. He'll just wait and back off as there's 4 seconds left in the penalty. Lonis will flip it in. We're back to 5-on-5. ACCEL technically 0 for 2 on the man advantage, although it was just 1 extended power play. Now here comes McIntyre. 1:37 left to go. McIntyre with the shot, save made, and then a couple of digs at Lever after the whistle draw the understandable ire of the ACCEL Physio defenseman. And that was McMullen who got his stick in there. 1:34 left to go. 4-goal game, so it certainly does appear that ACCEL Physio and the Gulls, an all metro area team, will meet for the championship. The John Ol' Jim Cape Breton Cougars and South Shore will meet for the bronze. Puck comes to McMullen. McMullen tries to get a shot away. That's knocked off. 70 seconds left to go here in the 3rd period. ACCEL Physio and the Gulls. That game is 1 o'clock tomorrow here on 360 Live. Cape Breton, the John Ol' Jim Cougars. There's a shot dumped in. And the South Shore Lumberjacks, that game will be at 10 o'clock here on 360 Live. Pattengale down into the corner. Allen tries to play it out in front. Now in behind the net. Allen gets it, takes a bump from Lonis. 27 seconds left. Clark comes in and gives a shot to Lonis on the head. No call. Drawing some frustration from the ACCEL fans. There's a shot, blocker save into the corner. 12 seconds left. We will stick around after the final whistle for the handshakes and the presentation of the players of the game, and then we'll sign off. 3, 2, 1, that will do it. And the ACCEL Physio are going to the gold medal game, and they are going to the Atlantics. In both cases, they will face the Gulls. ACCEL Physio will represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantics, as the Gulls will be the host team. Congratulations to ACCEL Physio for earning that Atlantic berth. Congratulations to the John Ol' Jim Cougars. Beat the Truro Bearcats when they were the underdogs. They came into this tournament as a team that was not expected to make it to the semifinals. They got to these semifinals and now will have a chance to play for a bronze medal tomorrow. Plenty to be proud of for these Cougars, and they're a great sign of sportsmanship between Clark and Lever. They battled each other hard. And McMullen named player of the game for the Cougars. He certainly had a pretty good showing for himself. And Welsh. Oops. Welsh was named, Welsh's number was said, but Matthias Ellis thought he heard his name and number. Oh, and you know they're not going to let Ellis live that one down. To be fair, Welsh, Ellis, in this sound system, you can forgive that mistake. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Cougars versus Lumberjacks. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m., ACCEL Visio versus Gulls. Our final two games, those will take place tomorrow. Until then, this is Michael Petter on behalf of my awesome cameraman and technical genius, Neil, saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. ACCEL Visio beats the Cougars by a score of 6-2. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening.